Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga, and today we are going to do a fun practice that is going to flow through different transitions. We're going to move the body in different ways. We're going to get the blood flowing, the energy flowing, and hopefully just end up feeling fantastic. So thanks for being here. We're going to start in child's pose today. So however you need to, making sure there's room towards the top of your mat. We're going to be on our knees and we're going to sit that bum back. You can have your knees together or apart. Now walk those fingertips towards the top of your mat and relax all the way down and just feel that beautiful stretch all the way down the spine, through the shoulders, and breathe. Child's pose, a great way to use gravity here to get a really nice stretch and to release pressure in that lower back. You can always offer a pillow or a bolster between your bum and your heels to give those knees a little break. We're going to lift just slightly. We're going to walk the hands to the right, reaching through your left fingertips. Press your hips to the left and release the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk those hands back through center, and then over to the left, reaching through your right fingertips. Press your hips to the right and release the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly, enough to walk those hands back through center, and again to child's pose. Good breath in and out. And on your next inhale, let's rise, coming forward to a modified plank, gently letting those hips work their way down towards the earth as you lift your gaze, rolling those shoulders back, stretching through the belly. Slowly bend those elbows, take your gaze forward, lowering down all the way onto your tummy. Extending arms out to a T, we pull that right hand in, lifting that right leg, rolling to the left side, right sole of the foot to the earth, relax the weight of your head, and breathe. Right knee pointed towards the sky. Inhale it back to center. Right arm extends out, left hand pulls in towards the chest. We roll to that right side. Left foot comes behind us. Relax the weight of your head. That left knee pointed towards the sky. Be kind. Be mindful. We're exploring, checking in, rolling it back to center. Hands right by the chest. Tuck your toes. We can either keep those knees on the mat or we're going to lift whole body. Starting from that ground zero all the way up to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. Allowing the heels to sink. Let's inhale it to high plank, drawing that right knee in towards the chest, crossing that right leg underneath the left. We rotate and open, left arm to the sky. As you exhale, release that left hand down, pulling that right knee back in. We roll to the outside of the left foot, right foot behind us, reach to the sky. If you like, take that right arm up and overhead. Inhale, reach that right arm to the sky, rolling it back to plank. We draw that left knee in. Left leg crosses underneath the right. We rotate back to that left hand. Right arm to the sky. Fallen triangle. Exhaling and releasing that right hand down, pulling that left knee in. We roll to the outside of that right foot, left foot behind. Left arm to the sky. Wild thing, if you like, extending that left arm up and overhead. Inhale, lift that left arm to the sky, slowly rolling it back to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. Let's alternate bending knees and walk it out. Feeling that stretch into that lower back, down the backs of each leg. It just feels good. Feels good to move, feels good to breathe. Just grateful for our bodies being able to move into these different positions, out of these different positions, and doing so efficiently and effectively. Let both heels gently sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Then we're going to shift our weight to our right foot. We're going to center those hands out in front of that right foot. We're going to extend that left leg straight back, squaring the pelvis. Core is strong, so we're going to incorporate a little load here. A soft bend in that right knee, a little flex of that left foot. Core is strong. We're going to lift the upper body and pull the hands to heart center, to our warrior three. Find your breath. Now slowly lift the upper body as you pull that left knee in to 90 degrees. Extending right arm out to a T, left hand supporting underneath that left leg, and rolling that left knee open. We turn and take our gaze out over our right arm. Core is strong. Breathe. Slowly bring your gaze back to center, pulling that left knee back to center, hands to heart center when we press that left leg straight back once again to our warrior three. Extending those arms back to flight, palms turn towards the ground, spread your fingers wide. Again, soft bend in that right knee, so we're not locking out the knee, releasing those right hand or the hands on either side of your foot, lifting that left leg, opening up the hips, pressing through the heel, bending that left knee. We shift that left hand out to the left just a little bit, reaching up with that right hand, taking a hold of that left foot. Find your breath. Releasing that right hand, pulling that left hand back in, extending left leg to the sky. Soft bend in that right knee, big push off, giant step back. We come to our warrior one as gracefully as we can. Bringing the palms to touch, interlace them fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. As you exhale, arch it back, a little or a lot. Breathe. Inhaling it up nice and tall, and as you exhale, open to warrior two. Pelvis opens to the side, chest and shoulders to the side. Inhale, windmilling that left arm up and over, reach it out and tap. Windmill it back to reverse warrior. 3 more times. Your pace, your breath. Just make it as big and beautiful as you can. As we finish up our last and fourth one, back arm onto the back leg, reach it back, turn and take your gaze towards your back heel, a little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Inhaling it back up to warrior two. We straighten that right leg, we pull the hands to heart center, we shift those left toes out towards the outside corner of your mat, bending that left knee and sink, right toes lift. Find your breath. Reaching those right fingertips down towards your right toes. We once again pull those hands back to heart center, shifting that left hand behind you. We're going to lift and reach. So we lift the hips just a little bit. We're lengthening and reaching through those right fingertips with this amazing stretch all the way down that right side. Once again, we pull it back. Sinking into that squat. Hands on either side or centered, and we walk. Right knee bends, left toes lift. We turn and reach those left fingertips down towards the left toes, gazing down towards those left toes. Breathe. Now that bum can be a little bit higher or lower. We pull the hands back to heart center. We shift that right hand behind us. We start to lift those hips and extend left arm up and back. Breathe. And slowly bringing it back down into that low squat. Hand transitions forward. Hands on either side or centered. And we walk those hands back to center. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Heel toe those feet in. And relax. Weight of the upper body down. Face is soft. And just breathe. Ever so slowly roll it up. Big shoulder roll at the top. Shoulders slide down and away. We turn those right toes towards the top, left heel back, and we sink into our warrior two. Windmilling those arms down on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Hanging in forward fold. Bending those knees as much as you need to get the hands to the mat. Centering your hands out in front of that left foot. Transitioning your weight to that left foot. Right toes extend straight back. A soft bend in that left knee, so we're not hyperextending that leg. Add a flex to that right foot. We're going to add load, so slowly we begin to lift and eventually pull those hands to heart center. Nice long line. Breathe. We transition that weight forward, lifting through the upper body, pulling that right knee in. Did you feel those hamstrings and glutes working? Heck yeah. Left arm extends out, right hand underneath that right knee, and gently open out to the side. Breathe. Turning and looking out over that left arm. Find your breath. Slow it down. We pull that knee back to center, pulling the hands to heart center, and slowly pressing that right leg back once again to our warrior three. Bending your supporting leg, giant step back. We come to our warrior one, sinking in, squaring the pelvis, long and strong back leg. Bringing the palms to touch, interlace the fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, arch it back, a little or a lot. Inhale it up nice and tall, and as you exhale, open to warrior, chest and shoulders open to the side, gaze out over your front middle finger. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little, and exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink, stay low. Inhale, windmill that right arm up and over. And exhale, up and back, reverse warrior. 3 more times. Your pace, your breath. Just feeling the rhythm of the breath to the movement. That beautiful movement of the body. The joints all working together. Muscles all working together. Meeting back in your reverse warrior. Turn your gaze towards your back heel. And inhale it back to warrior two. Straightening that front leg, shifting your left toes, shifting your right toes. We pull those hands into heart center and we sink. Bending that right knee. Allow those left toes to lift and sink. And rise. Adjust your feet if you need to. Sink. Lifting those right toes. And rise. Some work for those legs. Those big transitions. Recruiting those beautiful big muscles in the legs. And let's go one more. And back to center. Let's go both legs. Bend them. Sink, release your hands. Lift your bum just to knee height and sway side to side. Alternate bending knees. Feet are glued to the earth. Breathe, slow and steady. Now we're going to add a little movement with those arms if you like as you shift that weight to the left knee, right fingertips reach down, shifting back through center and then to the left. You can keep those toes down or lift them, whatever feels best to you. Breathe, coming back through to center. You feel those inner thighs. Extend those legs, shift your toes in, and then the heels. Relax the weight of the upper body down. We bring the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, rolling those shoulders up and back. Lift your hands towards the sky. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. And breathe. Bringing the hands to the small of the back once again. And gently releasing those hands, let them hang. Breathe. Let's heel to those feet back out. Inhale, lifting just slightly. We walk our hands towards that left foot, shifting to the top of the mat. Left knee bends. Bring both hands to the inside of your foot and heel toe that left foot out to the outside edge of your mat. Center your hands below you and draw that right foot in across from the left, lowering your bottom to knee height or lower if you wish. Lifting the chest, we come to our yogi squat or our garland pose, or you can remain in frog. Breathe. Releasing your hands, lifting your bum, either walk, step, or hop to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Oh, and sit it back to child's pose. That feels pretty good. Breathe. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle those arms up and overhead, keeping your tailbone down towards your heels. Inhale, rise. And exhale, pull those elbows back and down. Open the chest. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, sit your bottom back towards those heels. Hinge it forward. Keep those glutes right next to your heels as you come back to child's pose. Inhale, circle the hands. Circle the arms up and overhead. Bum stays next to the heels. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, pull elbows back and down. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, bottom comes down as you hinge forward, back to child's pose. Inhale, circle the hands back by the hips. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. This time we're going to stay kneeling, bringing the hands behind you. Come up onto the pads of the fingers. Lift the chest. Open up that belly. Oh, stretching all the way down the front of the body. Squeeze in those buns. And gently release it down. We come forward, bringing the hands in front of the knees. Tuck your toes. And slowly walk your hands back, lifting the knees, coming into a tight little squat. Hands to heart center. A tuck of your chin towards your chest. And breathe. Releasing your hands, coming down onto your bum, extending those legs. Inchworm it down towards the end of your mat. Extending the legs out long. Let's cross that right foot up and over the left. Wrapping the crook of that left elbow around the knee. Prop yourself up. Sit up as tall as you can sit. Placing that right hand behind you. Turn and take your gaze out over that right arm. So we don't have a ton of weight back on that right hand. We should be able to take the weight away and still stay up nice and tall. If you like, shift that left elbow to the top of the knee and press against that knee for a deeper rotation. Still working that length in the spine. A little tuck of your chin down towards your collar. And gently release that rotation, letting that right knee open out to the side. Hands come behind you, and we pull that left foot in. As we bend that left knee, we draw the chin with the shin towards your chin, towards your chest, lifting and lengthening through the neck. We lift the bum and slide it forward just a little bit. If that's too intense, back it off a little bit. Make sure you haven't lost your neck. Find that neck and a little press of that right knee out and away. Beautiful stretch for the hip, for the knees, so long as the knee's happy. Back your bottom off just enough and wrap the crook of the elbow around the outside edge of your knee and the outside edge of your foot. Lift the chest and slowly lean it back. Breathe. Core is engaged, spine is long. Find your breath. Slowly transition it forward, releasing that right ankle, extending that left leg. Sit up nice and tall. A gentle press of that right hand against the inside of the knee. And release. Extend that right leg out long. Left foot crosses up and over. We wrap the crook of that right elbow around the knee. Pull it in nice and tight. Sit up as tall as you can sit and turn and look out over that back shoulder. Left hand comes behind just to help prop you up. Again, we're not leaning back on that hand. We're using it to help lengthen that spine. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest, if that feels good to you. You're welcome to transition that right elbow to the top of that left knee and press against the knee. Move your body in a way that works for you. Listen to your body. If your body is asking you to, hey, please not today, honor that. Slowly releasing, and we let that left knee fall open, bringing the hands behind you. Pull your right knee in. So we want to make sure that that ankle is to the outside of the knee, so that ankle bone's not pressing right on the top of that quadricep. Doesn't feel very good. Prop yourself up. Make sure you still stay connected and have that neck rather than sinking in and losing that neck. Breathe. You're welcome to lift your bum and slide it forward, walking those hands in a little closer. So the closer you bring that leg in, that left shin into your chest, the deeper the stretch you're going to feel. Make sure it feels good. Let's back that bottom off just a little bit and wrap the crook of the elbows around the outside edge of your foot and the outside of the knee. And again, sit up nice and tall, lengthening and drawing those shoulders back. You're even welcome to lean back a little bit if you like. So the right sole of the foot still connected, but just kind of hovering, just kind of floating. Not a ton of weight. Should be able to almost lift that foot. Breathe. And slowly transition it forward, releasing that right ankle just above the knee and extend that right leg. Left hand to the inside of that knee and gently press, sitting up nice and tall. Always doing our best to have our best posture. Something about good posture just makes you feel better, stronger, more confident, healthier. Let's go ahead and extend that left leg out. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. As you exhale, back of the left hand to the outside of that right foot. Rotate and reach, right arm in a diagonal line. Oh my gosh, does that feel good? Rotating through the torso. Lengthening down the backs of the legs, reaching through those fingertips. We circle that right arm up and over, bringing the palms to touch. Separating hand on either side of your feet. Reach it out, sit up tall. And exhale, back of the right hand to the outside of your left foot. Rotate and reach in that diagonal line. Just press against the outside edge of that foot to get that rotation. That feels amazing all through that lower back, that lower lumbar region of the spine. Just saying thank you. I hope you're hearing that as well. Lifting and circling that left arm back up and over, bringing the palms to touch. One hand on either side of your feet, reach it out, sit up nice and tall. Pulling the knees in towards your chest, turning yourself into a tight little ball. If you rock forward or back, that's your core engaging, trying to figure out how to keep you stable. Make yourself just as tight into a little ball as you can. And then gently release, keeping those toes off the mat, and ever so slowly roll it back. Oh, and we pull those knees in. That feels amazing. Extend those arms out long, pulling those knees out and away from you, and we're just going to dip those knees from side to side. Not going to release all the way down. We're just going to go side to side. So a little oblique work, a little spinal flexion, rotation. Don't mean flexion, rotation. And just breathe. Now this time as we take those knees to the side, just gently let them fall, surrendering down against the earth. That same side hand resting on the outside of the knee, and just turn and look out over that extended arm and then close your eyes. Nice work today. I hope that felt good. I hope it was fun. I hope it was challenging in all the right ways. Extending left arm out, core strong, slowly bring those knees back through center, and then ever so slowly let them fall to the opposite side. Same hand as the side you're on rests against the top of that outside of the knee, and we turn and look out over that extended arm. Close your eyes and breathe. It's a hot one here, so if it is where you are, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, taking care of yourself. Always taking care of yourself. Thank you for choosing to do so with me today. I appreciate you. Extending that arm out, slowly bring it back to center, bringing the hands behind your legs, and let's rock it up. If it feels better to you to roll to your side, yep, let's do that. And we come up to a seated position that feels good. Sitting up nice and tall, resting your hands wherever it's comfortable, and I offer you just a few moments to take some mindful breaths. A heart full of gratitude for taking this journey today, for being able to be here together, to move the way we move, challenging the mind, the body to work together with our breath, to find healthy and effective ways to let go of stress, to gain flexibility, mobility, strength, and bodily awareness, a way to be present right here. Let's pull those hands to heart center in just a moment of quiet, peaceful calm to breathe. Let's gently open those eyes, lowering the arms down to a low V. Fingertips gently touching the earth, palms are open. Inhale, reach to the sky, gaze to the sky. Gather all that amazing energy and pull it right down to your heart center. Thank you for joining me. Be well. Take care of yourself. Light, love, and always. Namaste.